Hey Samford fans, welcome into this week's edition of the Student Athlete Spotlight presented by Coca-Cola. I'm John McAfoose. Today I'm joined by redshirt senior on the women's basketball team, Katie Allen. Katie, appreciate you being here.
Hey, yes, thank you for having me.
Well, let's start by talking about Ring Week. You got your championship rings.
Yes, I brought it with me, so if you want to check it out, it's a little bling.
Very fancy, and I know
Yes.
The whole team came back. All of the graduating seniors returned. It was the first time that you were able to be together as a group since the SoCon tournament, so I know that had to have been a special moment.
Yes, it was so awesome being able to see everyone because, as you mentioned, we haven't been able to see each other since we were on the court celebrating, and none of us, I don't think any of us, knew that was going to happen, that was going to be the last time we really were able to be on the court together. But so it was very exciting to be able to reminisce, look back on that, look back on the season, and obviously get a little bling.
Let's talk about this year's team. A lot of new faces. You have 6 new faces, 4 freshmen and 2 transfers. How have they kind of ingrained themselves in the team, and how's the chemistry unfolded so far in practice?
I think it's gone really well because we graduated 8 seniors, and that's hard for any team. Because you're bringing in now 6 new people, and we returned 7. So I think they've done a really good job, and we're really sticking to the culture that Coach Carly has built of just playing fast, playing hard, playing as a team, and I think we're really starting to come together and really get a feel for each other. And even, like I said, even though we're a new team, we've added some really exciting members. So.
What do you see your role on this team being besides, obviously, we know you're getting hyped on the bench. We see that every game, but what do you see your role being this year on this team?
For me, I just want to be someone who, I'm just an encourager. I love talking with my teammates and making sure that, you're going to mess up. It's basketball. Mess up all the time. It's such a fast-paced sport. And making sure that they're okay and, being able to encourage them, and also, on the court, I like to take pride in my shot and what I do, so being able to knock down shots, but also be able to bring a lot of energy on the court, being able to get rebounds offensively, defensively, and just playing with a lot of heart and a lot of grit. That's something that I want to bring.
It's been such a strange fall and winter with COVID, and for you, obviously, it goes back to spring and missing out on the NCAA tournament. But what has it been like for you since you've been back on campus and since practices have resumed, and what is the protocol like for you as a player right now?
Yeah, so right now it's really strict, but for great reason. Just really sticking to staying 6 feet apart, having your mask on, and it's really different. On the court, we have to wear a mask. We can pull them down when we're playing, but outside of that, we have to have our mask on. But I believe it's something that has been working. It's worked within our team, so it's different. But if it allows us to play, we're bought into it.
Last year's season was a storybook season, obviously. Not a lot of expectations from outside. Mm-hmm. You guys win the regular season and the tournament title. How do you repeat last year's success this year?
I think something that really helped us is continuing to grow. We had a really tough non-conference schedule just like we do this year, last year, which is great because you get to play against teams that are a little bigger than you, maybe a little faster than you, but you learn to focus in more on the small details, because that's how you beat teams, is being able to beat them in the little things. So I think that's going to be something that's going to be another emphasis, is continuing to grow on the small details and continuing to trust one another as a team and trust that we are a good team and that we are capable of repeating what we did last year if we're all bought in and all hands on deck and growing in that, regardless of what the season may look like in the moment.
As we said, you're a redshirt senior on this team. What does the future hold for Katie Allen beyond Samford University and Samford basketball?
Well, I would love to still stay within the sports because I've grown up in it my whole life. My major is exercise science, and so I'm applying to physical therapy school right now. And so hopefully that puts me in a spot where I can kind of do similar to what John does, which is our PT who works with ATI, being able to be involved around athletes, and it doesn't necessarily have to be college athletes. It can be from the high school level, middle school, maybe professional, I don't know. You gotta be really good at that, but just still being able to invest into other athletes and help them kind of help them physically, but also I understand there's a mental aspect to it as well, and being able to bring a light to them in that.
All right, Katie, we're going to end with some rapid fire questions, some about you and then some about your teammates.
Okay.
All right, if you weren't playing basketball, what sport would you be playing?
Softball.
Starbucks or Dunkin'?
Oh no, Starbucks.
Ooh, I was hoping it was going to be Dunkin'.
I know, it's a toss-up, honestly, though. It's 50-50.
Okay, that's fair. Favorite type of food?
Southwest or like Mexican food.
Song you currently have on repeat?
The song I currently have on repeat. Oh gosh, I have a ton of songs on repeat. Okay, well, I always listen to Taylor Swift, so like I think one that has been stuck in my head a lot lately is Shake It Off.
Okay.
Yeah, that one's been on my head. I would say Too Far by Gavi. I think I say the name, Too Far. And then, no, that's about it. Those are the two that I really kind of go back and forth.
All right, this one is a hot topic right now.
Okay.
Is it too early to decorate for Christmas?
Yes, I know that I know like with COVID, everyone is like, oh, like let's celebrate Christmas because Christmas brings so much cheer, and I get that. But also like Thanksgiving, like we also have a lot to be thankful for, and I know you can't really decorate for Thanksgiving, but I'm just such a traditional person, like I don't want to look over Thanksgiving, but I know like with Samford has already decorated everything, but that's also because we're not coming back after Thanksgiving, so I can go with it. But
what is the proper day to decorate? The day after Thanksgiving?
oh, the day after.
Yeah.
Or honestly, so the way that our family does Thanksgivings, we kind of have like a late like lunch/dinner, and we'll go watch a movie afterwards, like after our dinner/lunch. Then usually like we're like, okay, like let's start like getting ready to get the ornaments out. Like Friday we'll go, you know, everyone goes Black Friday shopping, like we go and get the Christmas tree, start decorating it. So like literally like right after Thanksgiving meal, I'm like, all right, it's Christmas.
All right, let's move on to your teammates.
Okay.
Who's getting most type on the bench other than yourself?
Oh, Mac or Michaela.
Okay. Most intense?
Most intense. I would probably say probably say Raven. Raven is pretty intense. She's like very lighthearted, but like when she's going at it, she's going at it.
Most likely to be a future coach?
Oh, most likely to be a future coach. I would say Raven. I could see Raven being a coach.
Most likely to be famous for something outside of basketball?
Shantae or Mallory. They're always doing some TikToks, and they're actually really good. I would give them a shout out, but I cannot remember what their TikTok account is. But you should go try and find them because they do a really good job. They practice all the time.
All right, last one. Teammate you would want to be stuck on a desert island with?
I can't do just one teammate. I don't know. I would honestly take really any of them. Like they're all pretty reliable. I can't just pick one.
That's fair.
I can't
You'll just
do
take the whole
it.
team. It's
I would
fine.
take the whole team, yeah. I think it would make for a fun time.
Katie, I appreciate your time.
No,
We're all looking
yes,
forward to
thank
getting
you.
the season underway.
Yes. Come and support the best that you can. I know we have a cap on it, but still, you can come check us out.
They'll open the season next Wednesday at Alabama. That's Katie Allen, redshirt senior on the women's basketball team. I'm John McAfee. That'll do it for this edition of the Student Athlete Spotlight presented by Coca-Cola.